The mission of the Idaho Federation of Families for Children's Mental Health is to advocate for families that have children with serious emotional disturbances in the state of Idaho. What we were trying to get out of Art from the Heart was to have these communities open their eyes to mental illness, and especially mental illness in children, and the stigma associated with that, especially in the rural communities in the state.
We're really looking for an activity that promoted the positive side of mental health. Sometimes mental health can be all about depression or problems, and we really wanted an activity that would bring kids out that kind of explored how exciting it can be when you're resilient in life, and we were looking for something that could express who they were. So we started in the spring and we probably hit 30 communities. We wanted to get all the way up north to Coeur d'Alene, to all the way over to Pocatello and Idaho Falls, down to Montpelier, down to Twin Falls, and we wanted to hit all of the reservations. We wanted to hit as many kids as we possibly could.
We really encouraged community involvement, so we got community volunteers as well as artists from the local community. We brought them together and publicized in the local communities that there's going to be this art event. We had a family that came. It was a mother and 2 children. And after our class was over, the mother stuck around and she just wanted to express her gratitude for what we had done and how much it meant to her.
To really get the idea and the scope of what kids were going through, we knew we needed to share it with more than just parents and grandparents and a brother and sister. We needed to give people the opportunity to, all over the state, that they could see this is what mental health looks like. Shander's story and the System of Care team and others at the Department of Health and Welfare created this idea that we could collect all of the artwork up and put it into a display. And then not just a display that would be in the Capitol building, but one that could travel all the way around the state.
So they had the idea of doing art projects for kids across the state. And since I'm responsible for doing the statewide anti-stigma campaign, I thought what a great way to partner with them so that people across the state could see the great things that our kids are doing, and it would make much better use of it. This art display gives everyone an opportunity to see some of life's challenges as well as successes through the eyes of our children who have mental illnesses or what we call serious emotional disturbances. The launch of the project was wonderful. We launched the project at the Capitol building. Mrs. Patricia Kempthorne, our former First Lady, was our keynote speaker for that event.
We each will be touched in some way by a mental illness, by a mental health issue. And we should be able to talk about it, and we should be able to help each other. And I know we are making progress. So thank you for bringing it here to the Capitol. Thank you for sharing this, for taking it across the state. Let's each of us continue to talk about it, like I say again, with the dignity, with the belief that by doing that, we're going to really help one another.
The thing that was so wonderful about it is we had a lot of family members who were involved. They actually got up and talked about their involvement in Art from the Heart, people from the Federation, as well as some other family members. And we had one of the youth who actually did a piece of the artwork in the display to come and share her joys of being part of the display as well. And then the high point of the day was we had a particular school that was involved in portions of the project with poetry and things like that. And they actually took a field trip to the Capitol, and they all came running in on that day, happy and smiling and pointing at their own poetry and artwork. So I think that was wonderful. So it was a great kickoff event.
The point of the project was for the children to get in touch with themselves. And clay being a very feeling, intuitive material, there wasn't a lot for me to do except to give them the clay, assign the project, and then observe what happened. And it was very, very wonderful.
We all felt good about it. It's something that on the local council, at the regional council, in our part of the world, we're very excited about this project, and we think that it can do some really good things. So.
For the benefit of the children, I saw their faces, I saw how they reacted, how they felt about it, and they feel validated. They feel like that they are an important piece of something very important. They came to the Capitol. I mean, this was really a highlight in their lives, and I'll bet you they'll never forget it. They'll look back and remember this forever.
The traveling display has been everywhere from Rexburg, Idaho, to Idaho Falls, to a medical center in Coeur d'Alene, to libraries, a children's museum. It was at the Governor's Roundtables this year here in Boise. It has been all over the place and is still traveling, so that makes us very happy. And we had a family member who commented that this was one of the best things that ever happened in her town, and her town is very excited now to host the display every year and to keep talking about children's mental health.
Well, I think this is a very good step. It's a step to educate the community, to help them realize and understand, you know, our community is made up of a diverse population. We need to make sure that we're talking about it. It's an issue that is communicated about it in our meetings, and that we have programs and policies in place that, you know, deal with the issue.
All these tears shed on Art from the Heart shows that we're imbalanced and we're not giving a lot of attention to our children. We need to build something better for them to make them feel accepted. They're okay. We'll help you. We'll support you. Something out there for support for them. This should be in every community, and it should stay up year long.
We do build on each other's strengths. Our youth receive strength from us when we provide these type of opportunities for them, and we really encourage them, and we're positive, and we're looking at the things that they're good at. And then we receive strength from them by looking at how they thrive and how they survive and deal with different things, and how gifted they are and what a contribution they are to our community now as well as in the future.
I want other kids to know, just believe in yourself, and miracles will and can happen.